On this video, I'm going to show you how to create what's called a ground plane, okay? The ground plane is basically just dirt in this case. And it's pretty simple on how to do that. So what we're going to do, and you can do this in several views. You can do it in the site plan view, okay? Or the 3D view. Either one would work. If you're going to work in 3D, you just have to click over here where it says top. And you don't have to, but to me it works better because that way you can see the top of the house, or like I said, site plan view. Either one would work, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to come up in here to where it says massing and site on the ribbon on the tabs. You're going to click on topo surface, okay? And topo surface can actually get pretty complex, but in this case, we're going to click topo surface and we're going to set everything to an elevation of 0, which is really the same elevation as the floor of the house. And I'm going to click on this corner over here, and I'm going to click over here. So I'm just going to add topo surface points, another point over here, and another point over here. Okay. For now, that's really all we need. We can add more points, but for now, just leave it at those 4 points, and that they're all going to be set an elevation of 0, which will change a little later. For now, we're just going to leave it at 0 so we can kind of proceed, and then hit the little check mark to create your topo surface. Okay. If you did it on level 1, there's nothing wrong with that, except that you will not see it on level 1. These views are configured differently, so where you'll see things or don't, or you won't see things that are not pertinent to that view. Once again, this is where Revit is a little bit different, because a lot of these things are predefined for us. So if you drew it on level 1, you might not see it and you might freak out, but it is going to be showing up on the site plan view, on the site plan floor plan view, or in 3D. Either one would work. And notice it's dirt. I'm going to press and hold and move this guy around. And you can see now that we have an actual ground surface for that house. Okay. You don't have to do this, but it's a little bit more advanced. I can select the topo surface here in 3D or in the site plan view. Technically, it doesn't really matter. And let's say I wanted to change the the material to grass. So when I select it, notice that the project properties changes to where it's showing you that I'm actually selecting my topography, which is that topo surface that I selected. And then under material, it just says by category. So there is no material assigned to it. So it kind of defaults to, I guess, dirt, if you want to call that one. So let's say we wanted to make it look like grass. You select it and you change the material. You can click in here and then click on the little dots. And you don't have to do this, but if you wanted to. And then we start looking for a proper material. Now, I'll tell you right now, the default materials will not have, at least I don't think it does. It might have changed it. Well, we have earth, which is dirt, but we don't have grass. And it's alphabetical, okay? So this is where it gets a little bit more complicated, because now the material that I need is not part of the list. And I have the materials of all the different types of materials for different applications, concrete and things like that, but I need this to be grass, okay? So I'll have to expand right here where it says material libraries, okay? And I'm gonna move this little bar up this way. And up in here where it says search, I'm gonna type the word grass. And notice it doesn't show up on, these are my standard library materials that are in my my project right now, which it doesn't exist. But this is an kind of like an exterior library of materials that exist that I'll have to upload separately into my project. So now that I'm searching for grass, it doesn't find it in my default materials. Right down here where it says grass, I'll select it. And then I'm going to have to click and upload it into my project. Because if not, it's not part of my project. So I have to expand in here. Again, I'll be searching for grass. You'll see it here, then you upload that material. Now it's part of my project. Now I can select it and hit OK. And now I will see grass. Now here, you're not going to see the grass too well, unfortunately. I can change my visual style right now from hidden over to realistic. Realistic, if you're not careful, can sometimes take a little bit longer because now it's kind of like doing rendering. But at this point is where you can start seeing the grass surface. Okay. but you're not going to see it until you go specifically change over from hidden line. I'm sorry, right now we were in shaded, over to realistic. That's when you're going to start seeing the grass. Okay. And the 3D view, if it starts getting real slow, that's because it's trying to process too much graphic information. Every once in a while, you might have to go back to hidden line or shaded, just to let you know. Okay. Realistic. All right.